Hello and welcome back to Brockport Sports Talk. We are here with Super Bowl week coverage. Guys, we've reached the finale of the NFL season. I'm Jack McElligott alongside Michael Tamara and Zach Harnischfager. We've reached the finale. We've given a lot of our thoughts and a lot of our opinions on this season. It's what the majority of our show has been dedicated to. And now only two teams remain. Zach, I want to start with you. Let's get to some Super Bowl analysis. I understand you've got a lot on your mind. You've got a lot that you want to say to us. So we'll start with you.
I do. First off, I want to say how dumb you both look because you both slept on the Cincinnati Bengals. Jack, I remember you were quoted as saying, "Oh, the Chiefs are too overpowered."
I would say I definitely think that the Chiefs are too overpowered in this game. I would say that I don't think that the Bengals, with the holes that they have, can keep up with that offense blow for blow.
I think the Bengals upset the Chiefs.
I don't think that's going to happen. So for the AFC, I think that the Chiefs are just going to blow out the Bengals.
Well, how does that work out for you? Because the Bengals are in the Super Bowl and the Chiefs aren't. So that was an amazing game, 18-point comeback. Mm-hmm. You guys slept on the Bengals and Joe Burrow. Joe Shiesty, my guy, Joe Burrow. I love that man. He's a great quarterback, and I think he's going to bring this Bengals team to a Super Bowl. Now, you guys know I love myself some Matthew Stafford. I think he's one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game. I think he's definitely a top 10 quarterback.
Whoa,
wait.
To ever play the game.
Matthew Stafford.
Hey, let me finish. Hey, you let me finish there, buddy. Okay. So, anyway, as I was saying before, he's a really good quarterback, Hall of Fame caliber quarterback. But I think Joe Burrow and that Bengals team is just too. I'm going to quote what you said, is too overpowered, too stacked. I know that offensive line's been struggling, giving up a lot of sacks, and they definitely got to really protect Burrow, especially with Aaron Donald and Von Miller on that line. And I think they do that. And with Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon, all the Uzama, all these guys, they got a great team, and I think they're going to shock the world. They're going in as 4.5-point underdogs in this game, and I think they're going to shock the world and shock America and win the Super Bowl.
There is a lot to unpack with what you just said. You said Matthew Stafford, one of the greatest QBs of all time. Are you going to say that with your chest?
He's definitely in the top 15.
He is not in the top 15. Are you joking right now?
No, I'm not joking. I'm serious.
Is he even a top 15 quarterback in the last 20 years?
Hey, he's top 12 all time in passing yards and top 12 all time in passing touchdowns.
That was in garbage time, buddy. All right, but moving on. Yes, the Cincinnati Bengals, they end up beating the Chiefs. They forced Patrick Mahomes, just like they did with Ryan Tannehill. They forced him to have one of the worst halves that he's had in his career, really, especially in the playoffs. They made Tannehill have one of the worst games of his career. Tannehill has never been a playoff performer, hasn't had a lot of experience there, but he struggled there. He was pretty good that season. Mahomes struggles. Very uncharacteristic of him, but credit to them. They were able to make him, force him to make those mistakes, and they definitely look strong on the defensive side, I would say. I would say the Bengals definitely, I think the one-game sample size helped them a bit. I wouldn't say that they're the most talented team in the AFC, but they've made it. They've got a high-powered offense. You cannot sleep on those guys.
Like you guys did.
Well, yeah. I predict the Chiefs to beat them. I'm sorry. Mahomes has made 4 straight AFC championship games.
I think, to go back to what you said, you're wrong. They are the best team in the AFC.
Okay.
Well, the Bengals are not the best team in the AFC. I mean, the Chiefs still are. Just because they beat them one game does not mean that they're worse than them.
I would agree on that.
Look, it's not easy to go into Arrowhead Stadium and beat the Chiefs. I'll tell you guys that.
Yeah, okay, they did the impossible, but that doesn't make them all of a sudden better than the Chiefs now. That's not how it works.
I think they have more talent than the Chiefs do.
I mean, we can't really argue right now. They made it to the Super Bowl, and we're on to a new matchup, the Rams. They beat the Niners, their divisional rival. They're obviously impressive. They've been a favorite since the preseason. It's been a bit of a rocky road at times. They lost twice to the 49ers in the regular season. But I would say, they are probably the most talented on-paper team in the NFL. And in the playoffs, it's been translating to a lot of success. They've beaten talented teams. And I would say that they are my favorite to get to the Super Bowl. I think the Bengals, they have a underdog mentality now and a motivation that in the Super Bowl and just in the playoffs, we've seen it happen before. The Giants twice, they come in as underdogs and kind of run through that. You see Joe Flacco with the Ravens. He leads them to a Super Bowl like that. There's something to the underdog and the chip on their shoulder mentality. When you get this far into the playoffs, it can really lead you to some amazing places. And I wouldn't, say that the Bengals, I would say that you can't count them out at all. No. Michael, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, so let's start with the Rams. So they also had an impressive playoff run. They destroyed the Cardinals at home, and then they traveled to Tampa Bay to beat Tom Brady, arguably the best quarterback of all time, with an impressive victory. They played well that game, even though they almost blew that game, but it doesn't matter because they won at the end. And for the 49ers, I mean, they weren't really that impressive against that game. The 49ers defense was really good that game. Even the Rams, there was not a lot of scoring, but still, they pulled away to victory with an impressive drive towards the end of the game. And now look at them in the Super Bowl. And according to you, Matt Stafford is a top 50 QB, but he is a good enough quarterback to get to the Super Bowl, especially when you have talent like Cooper Kupp and Odell Beckham.
Yeah. I mean, the Odell Beckham trade, not the trade, they just picked him up. But that acquisition, they don't make the Super Bowl, I think, if they don't pick him up. He's been that big of a factor for them. And, I mean, he got a lot of hate in Cleveland. I think he's proving that hate wrong. And I think, that's a whole other discussion with the Cleveland Browns. But just the Rams making it, like, fighting a lot of pieces. They have bought in, as I've said before, they really have bought in this small window that they have now with the talent that they have, giving up a lot of future stock. And, this is the game. If you don't win it here, then you lose 2 Super Bowls. So, I mean, this is kind of pretty high pressure for them. The Bengals, I wonder if that plays a factor, because the Bengals, they kind of don't have expectations. Obviously, when you get to the Super Bowl, you expect to win, and you expect that, like, you want to win. But with the Rams, this has been the goal for them since the preseason. The Bengals, for people, fans and all that, if you told them they make the Super Bowl, they would look at you a little bit sideways, the underdog mentality and, like, having that little pressure. I just wonder if there's anything to that.
No, I mean, I agree. Like you said, there is a lot of pressure on this Rams team, and I'm not, against the Rams winning. I just, I want Matthew Stafford to get a ring because he rightfully deserves one. Now, you might not agree with me about my Hall of Fame take, but you guys might agree that he has been a very good quarterback for Detroit, and he was a savior in Detroit for a while. And I think this would just be a great thing for him to win this ring.
Wait, a savior in Detroit?
Yeah, a savior doesn't.
I think he's a top 5 player in Detroit Lion history.
I mean,
that's
sure.
not saying much.
I mean, a savior implies that he saved something.
Yeah, well, he would have saved
the Detroit Lions are kind of beyond saving still, let's be honest.
Very true.
But, let's move on to our full predictions. Zach, we'll start with you since you seem to be the most passionate again.
I am. I'm predicting a blowout, actually. Well, not a blowout. I'm predicting a high-scoring game, with both teams scoring over 40 points.
Down here.
40 points. I'm saying the Bengals win it on a game-winning Evan McPherson 50-yard field goal. 42-40.
We gave you a chance.
What prediction?
We gave you a chance to pivot away. We gave you a chance to pivot away, and you doubled down on a 42-40 Super Bowl.
Yes, I will.
God, if that ends up happening, I'll quit the show.
Yeah,
honestly.
I'll quit the show too. I'm done. It's going to be Zach Sports Talk.
Yeah, it'll just be Zach laughing for an hour straight after he gets the ultimate victory over us.
Yeah.
Hey, I was right against both of you one time. It could happen again.
It's not. That's less likely to happen in the 80-point Super Bowl.
I mean, yeah. But, for me, Rams versus Bengals, I've got to ride with the Rams. I think they're too talented. The Bengals, there's the underdog mentality, but the offensive line, the holes on their team, I just don't see as many holes with the Rams. So in good consciousness, I can't say that the Bengals, I favor them against the Rams. I think it's going to be a kind of close game. I would predict like a 24-14 Super Bowl.
And for my prediction, I also think the Rams will win. Like I said, even though the Bengals O-line has been pretty bad in the playoffs, they still got there. But when you have Von Miller and one of the best tackles in the league, Aaron Donald, I think they're going to get to Joe Burrow a lot. I don't think they're going to get to 9 like the Titans did, but it's going to be a big factor in this game. And Matthew Stafford's a good enough quarterback to pull away with victory, so I think that's why I'm going with the Rams to win.
Well, Mike, nobody cares about your opinion, so...
I mean, I think our fans, the people watching, I care about Mike's pick.
I'm hoping this didn't cut out.
Well, but I want to make things a little interesting, since you have passionately predicted the Bengals, and me and Mike have come to our logical conclusion of predicting the Rams. We decided why not make a little bet on it, just a fun little thing. Since you are a huge Odell Beckham Jr. fan, you're a huge OBJ, Mark. I know you love him. When the Rams win the Super Bowl, like they should, like they will, you will have to write an apology letter to OBJ saying that he is that guy. He is a Hall of Famer, a Super Bowl winner, and he is, just a winner in general.
All right, and now when my prediction comes true and the Bengals win, you two have to write an apology letter to Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Well,
the thing is, I'm not anti-Joe Burrow like you are anti-Odell. I like Joe Burrow.
Yeah, well, still, that's what I'm saying. So.
Well, I mean, Joe Burrow, he's not the best quarterback in the AFC or anything. Josh Allen, Mahomes, better.
All right. Well, that's a debate for another episode.
A debate? That's not even a debate.
That is a debate for another episode.
I guess so. But for us, that'll do it this week on our Super Bowl pregame coverage. Next week, we'll come back with a recap. For Michael Tamaro and Zach Harnischfager, I'm Jack McElligott. We'll see you next week.